Yeah, we'll have to regroup. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, probably not track.
Probably not the track.
No.
Okay.
All right, I gotta ask. I see that 25-mile long run like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Is any part of you thinking she's left her marathon in practice, or are you cool with that?
No, because she did that 25-mile long run, and then 2 days later she did a session with Alicia and then kept going. And both times, I mean, she looked amazing. We did a couple tests on her. She looked good, and she popped out of it, actually. That was the biggest difference. Last year she would do some of the workouts, she'd be really beat up after them. These ones, she came out of those looking good and fresh. And so the balance a little bit was we wanted to have the opportunity to maybe run a spring marathon, but we also, after New York City Half, didn't have tons of time to cram a bunch of things in. So we really decided to focus on getting 1 or 2 good sessions and just be solid for a few weeks. And yeah, she came in looking fresh. She really looked fresh.
When exactly did you decide that she was going to be running this race, or did she make this decision? How did that come about?
She made the decision. Okay. I said we went back, and I think it was 2 or 3 days after the race. We had ran a few runs. Ricky was talking to the race here, and they came back and just and they said, okay, here's the offer. And she said, let me think about it for another week. And I said, no, you text me tonight. We're going to decide. Just say yes or no. And she texted me that night and said, all right, we'll do Boston. So it was her decision.
And that was
but I did want her to do it.
Why didn't you want her to do it?
No, I did.
You did want
her to do it. I
yeah.
wanted her to make that decision for herself and really be invested in it and say, yeah, this is what I want to do. She wants to run fast, but Boston is Boston, and I just really, I knew she was fit and ready, and so I wanted her head to be in it, her to say this is my decision to do this.
Yeah, that was after the half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And what was the biggest difference between New York, where she's fading late, and this run where she's strong and pulling away?
Well, she had a lot more weeks, basically, of training, long runs, a lot. I mean, she probably averaged about 100 miles a week for 16 weeks. So she had more weeks of it. We didn't go crazy, honestly. I think she had less volume than she did before New York for some of the bigger weeks, but really, tried to keep some power from the track a little bit. I threw her in with the girls, her and Alicia and Gisette would do some stuff, and she, it was a little bit of a shock, but I know my own experience here running in Boston, I think you have to come in with the ability to run fast, because the downhills, every run she did in Kenya before she came here was downhill, so the first half uphill, so I knew she was well prepared, but I wanted that stride length to be long still from doing track work, because I think that helps in Boston. And so we didn't want to kill her, but at the same time keep her legs fresh and able to go. Yeah, I mean, I just those downhills, they can beat up the quads, and so if you can do that in practice, I think, yeah, she's already a good downhill runner, but just enough to kind of do that without crushing the downhills in the last month, basically.
Yeah, and you also, I think a big thing you stressed was being patient in this race. Do you think she did a good job of that?
She did amazing. I mean, didn't really see her for the first 25, 30K, which was perfect. And I got a little worried. She started making her way towards the front a little bit more through the hills. You could see her a little bit more, but bodies were less too. And then she came off the hill looking good, and so just kind of maybe. I told her at 35K, you can't do anything before 35K. And then at 35K, she started she was just the one at the front, not crushing it, but I think you could tell she was feeling decently good there. But she was smart, and she just waited. I really didn't think she could wait as long as she did. And so I'm pretty proud of her being able to really be patient and just really commit to the game plan. And then once the 40K station hit, when she went to the front, you could see the power kind of came out. Her stride changed, and she looked great.
Did you talk before the race about a specific point in making that move if she's still up front?
I just told her 600 meters to go when you turn onto the road, and so I think in her mindset, the track mindset, 600 meters, I can she can grasp that, and so but honestly, New York was the best thing for her. It really made her fear and respect the event, and she took it all to heart today, and she didn't miss a single drink station. She was holding that thing longer than everybody else. Forgetting to pick up the bottle, I guess, was a good thing, because she got comfortable holding onto it, and she really did amazing.
Yeah. Do you think this is like, what's her best event? Because she's won from 1500 indoors to cross country, now marathon.
I like to think it's going to be the marathon because she's not going back to the 1500.
Yeah.
But she now the task after this is going to be like, okay, that's this championship race, and we got to be able to do that. But she knows the effort now, and so really believing in that effort and getting comfortable with it and knowing herself and being confident. I think that's the next things. I mean, being Boston Marathon champion helps you become confident in who you are, but like really knowing the event, like she still doesn't know the event, and so now that's going to be the next one. Is really figure out what you're capable of.
And I mean, you've come to a lot of these events as an athlete, hoping to be close to the win or winning something like that. How does it feel to coach a winner?
I mean, it's epic. I had those aspirations and dreams once and never came close. But it's the thing that Boston Marathon's probably the Boston Marathon Olympic champion are like the things that, what's better than that? And so, it was pretty epic.
Cool. Awesome. And like how her coming to OAC, how did that all come about? Like how did she make that decision?
That was Ricky got a hold of Steve about a little over a year ago, like December, I think, or so of, and her contract was up, and hey, we said, look, this is one of the all-time great females moving to an event, like we want that challenge. She was already put in, application papers to move to the U.S., wanted to move to Boulder, so we felt like it was like a sign, like let's go for it. Like this is a kind of talent in a new event that if we can take her and get her to trust that event and to trust us, trust our system, and buy into it, like she has all the tools to be one of the greats. Like she is in the track and everything else, she can do that in the marathon too.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Ritz.
Thanks.